You guys tuned in today to watch. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the dangers of dating or getting married or going into a relationship from a place of loneliness. So here's the thing. The other day I was just thinking about it and it just came to my mind. I was like, the funny thing is that some people get into a relationship and they expect marriage to fulfill them. They expect marriage to bring them happiness. They expect marriage to do different things for them that marriage is incapable of doing. Yeah, people do that, right? And I don't know, maybe you are one of them who do it. But I really want us to understand that there are some things marriage will never do for you. Marriage will not give you happiness. I mean, you'll be happy. You're meant to be happy in your marriage. But marriage in itself doesn't give happiness. Marriage in itself doesn't give fulfillment. Marriage in itself doesn't make you whole. That's the truth. Because a lot of people are married and they are unhappy. A lot of people are married and they feel very empty. A lot of people are married and it feels like it's the worst experience in life. So this is why I'm saying this way, because it's very, very important. Like if you look at many people, you even ask them today, they feel like, no, I don't want to be here. This is a mess. Like some people will tell you, I'm not happy with my marriage and all those kind of things. But some of those people actually went into marriage seeking those things. And marriage doesn't have the ability to give you those things. Those things are the things you have to get or have when you are single before you get into the marriage. That's why I said it is very, very dangerous to choose a life partner or to go into a relationship from a place of loneliness. See, the truth is that some of you listening to me right now, you guys are not ready for a marriage. You're not ready for a relationship. But because you lack two things. One, you lack community and you lack serious, intimate friendship. When I'm talking about intimate, I'm not talking about relationship-wise. I'm talking about close friendship. You lack those kind of friendship and you lack community. And that's why you think you actually need a relationship. But the truth is that you don't. You don't need a relationship. See, the truth is that you need to be in a community. What you're lacking is community. You need to put yourself in a community because there are different things different people will help you to meet. There are different needs in life different people will help you to meet. So, and another mistake a lot of people make is that they go into their marriage hoping that their spouse become everything that other people are supposed to be to them. See, I used to be there in a way. I used to be there because personally, I am not the kind of person that is always out there. I grew up, I had community back home, especially in Nigeria. But coming to the US, I found myself in a place where I became even more reserved as a person. So I was just on my own. So at some point, I felt like if I'm able to find a partner, then I probably wouldn't need all those other people. But I started to realize that my partner cannot be everything to me. They can be my everything, but they cannot be everything to me. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my head. And I hope it makes sense in your head too. So they can be my everything. I can do so many things with them. They can be my word and all those kind of things, but they cannot do everything for me. There are things that I will need somebody else to do for me, some other person in my community to do for me, maybe some other friend to do for me and stuff like that. And the problem is that I didn't really have that community. So I felt like if I can get a spouse, that will solve my problem. I will just focus on her and all those kind of things. Then at a point, I started realizing, no, I actually need a community because, there's something else community adds to your life. There's a different kind of wholeness you get as a person when you get yourself involved in community and people tend to reveal other areas of your life for you. Because the truth is that so many people are so single to the point that they are so self-absorbed that it's so hard to work with other people. And because it's so hard to work with other people, when they now get into a relationship, it becomes also hard to work with a partner because they have not really been able to work with other people successfully because they are always alone. So there's a part of you that community will bring out that helps you interact with people so that even when you get into a relationship, it helps you too. And also there are some part of you that friendships will help you. Because sometimes when you're all alone, when you don't have good friendships, you're always thinking everything, you process everything yourself. You feel like you are in a good place yourself. You feel like you're better yourself and all those kind of things. But then you don't get to see what other people tend to see. Like you are seeing just from one perspective, and it's a problem. It's a problem if you're seeing life from just one perspective when it comes to what we're talking about right now. So you need to open yourself up to some other people, more people, to help you point out the things that you might not be seeing. Because sometimes we're always thinking of, like, we're just in our head feeling like everything we're doing is perfect. Because I mean, coming out here, when I got to this location I am now, I started playing soccer more often, and I got involved with other guys like me, and we started talking about things. And I started realizing, like, yeah, there's still a part of me that needs developing, because I've been that kind of person that I feel like I kind of know so much. So every time I'm telling you guys, is something I've processed myself too. I kind of know a lot about when it comes to this thing. But then talking to those guys, joining a community in church, serving in church and different things, hearing people's perspective about things has helped me sit back and think about my life again from some people's eyes perspective, because it helps you to see how people see you and how you relate to them, how your body language, how your character, how they feel about it and things like that. Because I mean, you're dealing with human being. We're in the world, so you're gonna be married to a human being too. So you need to start working on that aspect of yourself. So those are the things community has done for me as a person, and friendships has done for me as a person. And some of you listening to me today, that's what you lack. And you are feeling like relationship will solve it for you. No, relationship will not solve it for you. The only thing that relationship will do is that when you get there, the relationship will reveal those things that we are not revealed by the community you didn't have and the friends you didn't have. And when it reveals that, instead of you receiving it with grace, you receive it with defensiveness. You go into defense mode, because the truth about relationship is that we are more defensive when it comes to relationship than when it comes to friendship. Sometimes friends might just say things, they'll just throw it out in the air. You pick it or you don't pick it. Some people, it doesn't go that deep. Some friendship, it doesn't go that deep, especially male friendships. And some other times, it doesn't go that deep. But then you can pick it up here and there. But with the person you're in love with in a relationship, once they say it, it hits so hard, you feel like, oh, I'm being attacked by this person. No, now I have to defend myself and then counterattack. So what that does is that when you're not getting in a relationship, that's what you're not doing. It's not a back and forth thing. When they're telling you, oh, this is not right, when they're trying to communicate with you, trying to point out some things that you might not be doing wrong, you might be doing wrong and things like that, instead of you paying attention and listening, you are in a defensive mode because you believe you know it, or you believe that nobody should teach you, you believe that nobody should correct you, that, oh, I'm right, because you have gotten to that point where you lack the ability to see from other people's perspective. It's just your perspective. That's what you're seeing. So that's one thing about just expecting your partner to fulfill you or bring you fullness or wholeness or whatever. So going forward, I just want you to think about it yourself. Are you really ready for that relationship, or you lack friendship? But the first thing I want you to do, first of all, is ask yourself, do I have a healthy community? Before you even go to ask yourself, do I have a healthy community? And if that's no, that's another one thing. Then ask yourself, do I have like close friendships? If you have all these things and you still desire to be in a relationship, that might be a good desire. And it's good. I mean, the desire to get married is in every one of us, right? It's not a bad thing. The desire is not bad. But you really need to check your desire, first of all, to be sure that your desire is not coming from a place of loneliness. That our desire is coming from a place of wholeness, where you are, number one, you are whole as a person. You have discovered your purpose. You have discovered your calling. You are living out your purpose. You are living out your calling. You are doing good for yourself career-wise. You have good friendships around. You have good community around. And then the desire for a spouse is there. That's very good. That's okay. But if you don't have all those things, you are struggling as a person, there's no community, there's no friends, and you're desiring marriage, my brother, I just want you to be sure, my sister, I just want you to be sure. That's why you need to check those things, so that you don't get into a relationship from a place of loneliness. Because what that does also, the other part of it is that what that does is that it makes you pick the wrong person. That's danger. That's another danger of it. It makes you pick the wrong person. Because now you are looking for somebody to feel something in you. Sometimes it might be even the desire for God. So you need to check that too. I even forgot that. You need to check that too. Is this desire I'm feeling, is it something that God is supposed to feel? So let's do it again. Number one, are you whole as a person? Like purpose, calling, you are living your assignment, you're doing your thing, like you are sure of yourself, you're self-aware and all those things. Two, you have a healthy relationship with God. 3, you have good friendships around, close friends around. You have a community, because when I say community, I'm not talking about just friends now. I'm talking about a larger, you might not be talking to them every day, but like when you come there, there's something. Even the Bible said, do not forget the gathering of the brethren. So these 4 things, you have checked all these things and you still have the desire. Like you checked all 4 of them, you are good in 4 of them, and you still have the desire to be to have a wife or a husband. Then I think, personally, from my understanding, your desire is set in the right thing. Like, it's okay. But if you check yourself and you're lacking in this 4 thing, or you're lacking in one of these areas, I'm questioning your desire. Because it could be that this is something that could be fulfilled by these things, but then you are not, because you don't have them, you think marriage will be the thing that will fulfill it to you. And then you get into marriage and discover that marriage will not fulfill it to you. So I want you to check those things. If you notice that any of these areas are not strong or active or going well, that's the first thing you need to fix. Fix that part. When you fix that part, then you now go back again and see if, okay, am I still feeling that desire to get into a relationship or marriage? Am I ready? Because the whole thing is that the desire doesn't mean that you are ready, right? You get my point? It doesn't mean that you are ready. So when you feel the desire, you've checked this and this is fine, then you start questioning, am I ready? You check your readiness and all those kind of things. So you get my point? Because when you don't do that, you tend to pick the wrong persons, because now you're not evaluating whoever is coming to you based off of good qualities. You're not like evaluating them on what it should be, your values, your character, and all those things. You're not really there. You're unable to do that because you just want them to fill a gap. You just want to have somebody you can hold hands with, somebody you can be on the phone with from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. and you're telling yourself, oh, say good night, say good night. Oh, I don't want to say good night. And then, or maybe the other one, you're talking, you're like, oh, don't turn off the camera. I want to sleep. I want you to watch me sleep. Maybe that's what you are doing. Maybe that's what you desire. But the truth is that you might have that with somebody, but the person is not right for you because character-wise, value-wise, they are wrong for you. But because they are feeling that void or that emptiness you're feeling right now, you think they are the one. And some people feel this and then they keep going and then they get married only to discover that, well, you're not seeing that person every single day. The butterfly has decided to fly away. They have stayed and overstayed their welcome and then they decided to fly away. Now you have to deal with reality. And dealing with reality means you have to wake up and see them in the morning, see them in the afternoon, see them in the night, stay with them in the same space, tolerate all the things that they will do and all those things. And you now start discovering that, nah, this is not it. This is not it. So that's the danger of dating from a place of loneliness. You tend to pick the wrong person. Like the chances are very high you pick the wrong person. But when you date from a place of wholeness, you have checked all these things we talked about earlier, and you're good, and you have checked every other thing. So now you're taking your time to pick somebody because those desires, like there are some desires in you that are already filled. Like you're not trying to find somebody to fill those desires anymore. You're just taking your time to observe. Oh, okay, yeah, this person looks nice. Oh, attraction is there. Good. Now let's check character. Oh, character is there. Good. Oh, let's check value. Value is there. Good. You are taking your time to check out things that works for you and things that because you're not in a rush to get something to fill you up. No. The thing is not about something to fill you up. Now, the thing you're looking for is somebody to do life with forever, not a momentary feel, not a momentary gratification. So I really hope you understand what I'm talking about. So try as much as possible not to date from a place of loneliness because it will be very, very dangerous and disastrous for you. Date from a place of wholeness. You remember what we talked about today, right? Ensure that you have a healthy relationship with yourself. You are self-aware. You are developing yourself. You are okay being alone. You are okay being alone. You are okay being alone. You get my point? Then your relationship with God is good. Because there's some void only God can fill. No relationship will fill that void. If God doesn't fill that void, you get married and you still feel empty. Number 3, there are voids friendship will fill. If you fail to fill that void, then community, the void community will fill. These are the things you're supposed to have. Self, God, friends, community. And when you have all this, then when you get a spouse that is right for you, they'll now fill the other void that they are supposed to fill in your life. And this is what gives you a very good life. You get my point? So marriage will not give you happiness. You have to come with the happiness into the marriage. And when you pick right, they will come with their own happiness. And your happiness meets with their happiness, your peace meets with their peace, your joy meets with their joy, your wholeness meets with their wholeness. Everything, because you remember, because you chose right, you chose from a place of wholeness. So you are looking out for the things that you have already become, the things that you know that are right for you. And when you choose somebody that looks like you, somebody not like look like you, but somebody that complements you in a way that both of you can work together. Because the Bible says two cannot work together except they agree. So you are picking that person based on the right things, and by the time you are done, you have already picked right for yourself, not from a place of emptiness or loneliness, but a place of wholeness. I hope this video is helpful. I know I've rambled up for like how many minutes now, but it's fine. I know you guys understand the message. So do well to subscribe to my channel. If you have not done so, hit the notification button so that you'll be notified. I'm trying to build a community, guys. Guys, help me out. Share this video. Let's do this, because it's my ultimate desire that you have a healthy relationship. It's my ultimate desire that you have a successful marriage. So help me so that I can reach more people. Share this video with other people, and also don't forget to subscribe again. And you know what, check out the 2 videos that will be popping up on your screen and watch them. I know they are very educative, they are very inspiring, and you learn so much from them. All right guys, see you in the next video.